What's been really amazing for me is that after the breakthrough with Vivian, you're not all alone. I've taken a couple of like self-improvement classes or whatever it is, and you have this great epiphany, but then you're kind of out on your own in the world again, filled with all the negative energies and the negative voices and the negative messages that you hear all the time and are inundated, by the media or people around you or whatever it is, and you're kind of out on your own. What was so positive for me after seeing Vivian is that you're not on your own. I mean, you're sort of like this new flower that's just opened up. You're like this new light. And you don't want anything to cloud that light, which is why Vivian has created a healing movement. I mean, there's really a community of us who get together once a month if we're in Los Angeles. There's conference calls that we have at least once a month for those of us out of town or in town, which Vivian moderates. She usually has a topic that she's discussing about keeping our energies clear, keeping ourselves free of those 5 toxic emotions, of the fear, the anger, the conflict, the guilt, and the sadness. And keeping ourselves away from those emotions so that we can stay in the light that we are, which for us is a very high stakes because it means staying healthy, staying energetic, staying vital, and staying pain-free. The breakthrough itself is a number of hours. For me personally, it was 5 hours. And some people, go back to see Vivian a couple of times for follow-up or over the phone for follow-up to just remember what they have. You have some other tools too, the tapes that Vivian records the session, your experience, your breakthrough, on several tapes. So what's fantastic is that, it's easy to sort of forget or to tune out some of what you experienced, but you want to revisit a particular emotion or you want to revisit the whole experience, you can go listen to the tapes and be reconnected to what you learned and what you experienced when you originally had your breakthrough. Then we also have the conference calls and the monthly meetings for those who are in Los Angeles. And there's also the support network of those who are committed to it, of talking to each other. I mean, what's really fantastic is that in contrast to a lot of other groups that I've been part of in the past, this is a group of people who are absolutely committed to their path and absolutely committed to their health, because we all know where we've been and we don't want to go back there. We absolutely are committed to moving forward and evolving and transforming as individuals, and transforming not into something else, but into actually transforming into who we really are, as opposed to all the baggage or whatever it was that we thought we were. Really getting who we are as people, as souls, as entities, and supporting each other on that, so that if I'm in a crisis, like something's going on and I'm getting knocked down or I'm getting pulled down, I can call Vivian. She's amazingly enough always on call. Or I can call someone else from the healing group and get a perspective that maybe I wasn't thinking about, before, about how to keep myself positive and clear of those emotions, because there's no truth in those emotions. They're just feelings. They're just feelings that we feel as a habit of how we learn to experience reality. You see something, you get upset by it. You hear something horrific is happening, war in Iraq, whatever. You get overwhelmed by the sadness or the anger or whatever it is that you're experiencing. It's just emotions. There's actually a different, more powerful, more positive way that you could react to hearing about negative things. A friend is in pain, a friend is dying. Actually, there's a different way, and that's what I'm really understanding now, to react, a more empowered way, and a way that actually is much more helpful to the people around you, much more empowering to the people around you. So that whereas in the past, I thought that I was being a good person by feeling sad, or a good person by feeling guilty, I realized that no, actually, by being healthy and strong and staying in the light, by being a support, by helping other people be stronger, by rather than sinking down to their, to being sad with them and grieving, helping people rise up, helping people around me, the people I care about, become stronger in the face of adversity, be more committed than ever to what they believe in, is actually the most powerful and positive gift I could give anyone. And I just didn't understand that at all. So what's very exciting for me is looking towards a life that I personally never thought I could live. Or maybe I did in some distant, abstract way, but not in the concrete way that I can now. Even while I was in the years before I got really sick, I always had friends, but I realized that I was attracting to me people who were in the same negative space that I was. I didn't know I was in a negative space. No one with fibromyalgia knows realizes the negative space that they're in, because most of us are in a negative space. But what's so exciting for me is that for the first time I'm really attracting people who are in the same positive, powerful, intentional space that I'm in. So the miracle since seeing Vivian is that I am completely pain and symptom free. I have not needed a painkiller since I saw her on November 8th. I was taking 90 Loracets or Vicodins a month and 90 Flexerils, which is a muscle relaxant. I was on all sorts of human growth hormone, supplements, heparin for the thinning of blood. One theory of the doctor I was seeing, supplements, this many supplements, stuff for mitochondria to enhance ATP production, cellular health, cellular renewal, digestive pills to help the digestive problems that we all have.